Welcome back.
All right, welcome back.
We are talking about, honestly, one of my favorite topics ever today, which is small space hacks. And as two New Yorkers, I think we're experts. I know we're experts.
We are experts, according to us.
According to us, we are experts.
Yeah.
And I think that even if you are not living in a small space, everyone's always looking for organization hacks. And I do think these apply no matter what size.
Yeah. Well, you could live in a large space that's poorly organized and it doesn't feel like a large space. Or you could live in a small space that's perfectly organized and it adds, I swear, square footage to your apartment.
I completely agree with you. What is the smallest space you have ever lived in? I love asking people this.
I'm really bad at square footage, so
no,
I don't really know. My dorm room freshman year was very small, especially because you have half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not one of those dorm rooms that was like we have a kitchen. It was like, no, we have a room.
Yeah.
And we shared a wall with the bathroom. And you have half of it and you have to get creative because you've got a desk, a dresser, and a bed.
That's it.
And figure out how to make this your everything.
Yeah.
Your kitchen, your getting ready, your sink, your bed, your study session, your study room. You had to make it everything.
Literally everything.
Yeah. What about you?
My smallest space I've ever lived in, my sophomore year of college, I got a single, which I wanted. So I was very happy. However, it was formerly a closet. And I am not kidding. It was formerly a closet. It fit the twin-sized bed.
Yeah.
And then I could stick one arm out and I hit the other wall. So it was that narrow. And I will never forget when my parents dropped me off of college, we were moving in. They were like, we can't be in here. This is extremely claustrophobic and I don't know how you're going to do this.
You're sleeping in a coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the best thing ever because it was mine.
It was
really I didn't have to deal with anyone. It was my space. It was my quiet area, and I would have never given it up. I had friends that came in there and they were like, this is insane. I can't believe you're doing this.
How have you not gone crazy in your solitary confinement?
I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy. Oh, it was smaller than a jail cell. No doubt. It fully was. It was.
But I'm sure better decorated.
Oh, it was adorable. My mom and I watched so much TV about little home hacks and stuff, and we decked that thing out.
I'm sure.
So that was really the beginning of, I think, my DIY small space era.
What did you pick up then that you still do now for small spaces?
I think two things. Under bed storage.
Love it.
Extremely important. I do not think that anyone should have a bed that touches the floor because you're giving up such valuable storage space.
I agree.
So that's one. And then the second that I swear by, and I tell everyone living in a city, Manhattan or otherwise, you need to make sure you're using your vertical space.
Yes.
Walls or storage.
On top of your cabinets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything needs to have a spot, in my opinion. I like everything to have a place. I like to know that it goes back there, that I can find it easily. And vertical storage is so insanely key. I was watching a TikTok the other day and this girl was like, I'm moving to New York and this is how big my apartment is. And I was like, you have so many doors. You should be so grateful. You can put those things that hang on the back of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And with the shelves, there's these alpha storage systems you can get at the Container Store. I was sending her links in her DMs. I was the most annoying person. But I was like, you don't understand how much opportunity you have here.
Yes.
You have so much opportunity. You have doors.
You have a chance to get really creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, like me, are a DIYer.
Oh, I love it.
What have you done in your apartment? Tell us everything.
Well, we definitely have everything on top of our cabinets. For the first year that we lived in our apartment, we just had a dresser and then another dresser that we had Facebook Marketplaced. And I was so over that. So I think the second year I bought a ton of wardrobes.
Mm-hmm.
And my vision was to make it look like built-ins. It very much does not look like built-ins because my floors are crooked. So they're kind of they're little cattywampus.
Yeah.
But so I have a ton of those wardrobes that are set up along the wall of our bedroom. That's one thing. And then we have little bins in all of them and then bins on top.
I love a bin.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've bought the same set of bins probably 5 separate times. They come in a pack of 3. And I just, every time I'm looking, I'm like, we could fit another 3 bins up there. And so then I'll
That's what I do.
I'll buy more.
I look at a space and I'm like, wait, I know the dimensions of my very favorite bins and I know they will fit there. And I add to cart. I literally have a bookmark saved on my laptop because I just know that they're the perfect bins.
The perfect bins.
I think one of the biggest mistakes people make, speaking of bins, is getting bins without covers, without lids. You need to stack. That's part of vertical storage. You need to be able to stack.
Yes. The ones that we have in the wardrobe don't have lids because they're being used all the time.
Right.
But the ones that we have on top of the wardrobes have tops so that you can like, great, I'm going to throw, we have like wedding presents that I've put in there that we're like not going to use for a while, like new towels. We have our winter stuff up there and then we rotate and then put the summer stuff up there. So we have bins. I love, my closet is very small and I've used double, like the double hangers.
Yes.
So my closet only has the one rod. And so I bought one of the things that has like that makes it a double layer, which is perfect because in the closet, there's so much space that you're not using below. Like my t-shirts or my shirts only take up so much space.
Right.
It's like, then you throw the dresses on the side and it's like, okay, well, I've got all of this unused space. What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
Throw in a double rod. You've doubled the size of your closet.
The double rod, the double hanger. Are those the, like, as seen on TV, Wonder hangers?
No, I don't have the Wonder hangers. I have the double rod.
Oh, okay.
But the
Wonder hangers, I have such
I think
vivid
Chad
memories.
has a bunch of the Wonder hangers. Like, he has because, like, I think he got a little jealous. He was like, well, you have so much space in your closet. I'm like, no, I don't. I just
made it.
I made this space. And so then he started to, like, DIY his closet a little bit, which is, like, it's our closet, but then it's his closet, but it's also our closet because it's where we put our coats and like the cleaning supplies and everything else. And so he has like a little corner of it. It's not really like his closet, but
no, it's actually a cleaning closet. But
we tell him it's his closet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, the Wonder hangers, the double rods, that is huge. I think that adds so much.
Yes.
I think it's truly...
Or like a slim hanger.
Yes.
That's another one.
I also recently started doing the S hooks and putting my pants on them. Like,
yes.
I think that is huge. Like, that was revolutionary to me.
Yeah.
I loved that. Another big storage hack, in my personal opinion, is that you need to label things.
Yes.
I think not labeling
in the bins especially.
Such a mistake. I think a label maker...
I love a label maker.
Oh man, it's my favorite thing ever. I like nerd out about my Brother lime green label maker. I think it's fantastic. And I will label everything. If there's 7 things in a bin, you better believe there will be 7 labels to tell me.
Good for you.
Every single thing.
Yeah,
I'm
have to
serious about it.
Because a part of small spaces is getting creative with organization. And if you're not hyper organized, then it's your downfall.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the point of being creative with the small space if you're not organized, if you don't have everything labeled out in a bin? Because then it's like I have 20 bins, let's say, on top of these things. Mm-hmm. Well, now every time I need something, I'm going to have to pull out all those 20 bins and it's always going to be in the last thing. No, pull it out. I look, oh, Chad's t-shirts. Great.
Put it right back.
Put it back. Not what I need.
Yeah.
Like, you have to.
You have no choice. I think it's so important. I also think that when you are in a small space, sometimes it's not necessarily about organizing, but it's about hiding things. Like, some things can't necessarily be organized. Like, if you have a ton of cable somewhere and it just happens to be where your Wi-Fi box is and you just simply cannot organize it, despite your best efforts, you need to figure out how to hide it. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I did, and I still do it in my apartment, is I get wicker bins that are kind of crappy. They're not the best bins in the world. And I take a X-Acto knife and I split them down the back and I shove the extension cord and all the wires in there, and then there's a lid on it. And so you think it's like a little decorative thing, but it's actually a cable organizer. So little things like that, when you can hide messy stuff, also makes your small space feel bigger.
Yeah, because you're not looking at cords, you're not looking at utility. Yes. You're looking at something that's clean. Yeah. Clean, cleanliness, that's important in a small space.
Yeah, no, you can't have like clothes everywhere and shoes everywhere.
I mean, we still do, but...
Yes, my laundry situation is not
I'm
the
like,
best.
don't look at the chair that we have in our bedroom that's...
Everybody has the chair.
Literally a Mount Everest of clothes.
I think...
Are they clean? Are they dirty? No one knows. I think if I had to guess, they're probably slightly dirty. but not dirty enough to put in the laundry, but not clean enough to hang up.
I think that's a great middle ground.
That's why you have the chair.
Exactly.
The chair is no man's land.
I used to think I was alone in the chair. I have to be honest. I really did. And then I was on Instagram one day and someone posted about the chair. And I'm like, we all have a chair?
Yeah.
I felt seen.
Yes, you have to have a chair. I saw somebody that tried to convince me to get like a coat rack or something, like an external clothing rack that you're like, instead of the chair, hang up your slightly dirty things that you might wear again on this clothing rack. It's like, no, why would I do that?
And waste hangers?
And waste hangers?
And waste time?
Waste time?
When I'm just going to find another chair?
It's like, I'm going to wear those pajama bottoms tonight. Why do I need to put them away? They're right there.
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. And in your small space, you have made it more beautiful too. You have added some things.
What have I added?
Your backsplash.
Oh, my backsplash.
You inspired me.
Oh, I love my backsplash, my very expensive backsplash. I have to redo it.
Oh, yeah?
I've had it for 5 years and it just started to peel right by the stove.
That's impressive.
So I need to redo it.
Backsplash.
I know.
For 5 years.
I know. I have to redo it.
That's extremely impressive to me.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm going to change it up. I think I'm going to change the style up a little bit and get a different one because
you can.
We didn't have a backsplash behind the stove, and it's not just like a beautification thing. It's actually like a necessity because the amount of tomato sauce I'd be wiping off those walls would drive me insane. Yeah, I would scrub the walls back to like whatever timber, whatever's behind them, concrete. I don't know.
Yeah,
there would be no paint left.
I would do the same thing. I feel like in your small space, making it beautiful really goes a long way.
Right.
Because not only does it make it feel bigger, but it makes it feel cozier. It makes it feel like yours. Like a small space doesn't have to feel like cold and like a cubicle. I think you can do so many things. I did the peel and stick backsplash. I did peel and stick floors, which tested me, but I did it.
How have those held up?
Remarkably well. I had low hopes. I'm going to be honest with you. I bought them during Black Friday because they were on sale. I saw other people use them on Wayfair. I saw reviews on Amazon. Saw reviews. I was like, you know what? Everyone seems to like these and they look gorgeous. So I might as well just try it. And were they a bit challenging to put down? Yes, they're thicker than backsplash. So they tested me a bit. But with the water from the shower or from the sink,
you have them in the bathroom?
Yeah.
And they've withstanded? That was my big concern.
You not, people don't understand that it's peel and stick. Like one time I said to someone, oh yeah, I can't use my vacuum on my peel and stick floors because it scratches them. Yeah. And they were like, where do you have peel and stick floors? This whole apartment is tile or wood. I'm like, no, my bathroom, that's peel and stick. And they ran into my bathroom. They're like, what? It really looks real. It makes such a big difference. It honestly, you wouldn't know. Yeah. Like truly you wouldn't. And it was a project. And my bathroom's tiny, and it was still a project, but I really recommend
whipping out the X-Acto knives.
Oh boy,
yeah, it's your best friend with that.
Yeah, but that was key. I did peel and stick wallpaper, which life-changing, truly life-changing, because especially if you're moving into an apartment or a home that's small and every single wall is white, adding personality goes a long way. And that peel and stick wallpaper, I love it.
I've never gotten that far, but maybe I need to.
That was a recent one for me.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about it because I was going to do like an accent wall in my bedroom. And I was like, oh, it's a very big wall and this could take a while. And I had my cousin's help, God bless her. And truly, it looks like a different room. I love it so much. And I did my front entryway too, like my first wall when you walk into my apartment. Huge. It makes it feel like there's actually an entryway, not just a wall. And I feel like that's the other thing about small spaces is you can create like little moments in them, but you can't do it without putting a little effort in. Yeah. Like the effort of the
little
wallpaper.
Design.
A little something.
A little creativity.
Yeah. And you don't need to be an expert in interior design. Go on Pinterest.
Yeah.
I spend so much time on Pinterest.
My favorite thing that we have added to our apartment, or a storage solution that we have in our apartment, is our couch. It's like a modular couch because we had a lovely couch that I was obsessed with that wouldn't fit up the stairs. When we moved into this apartment, the angle was just too tight.
Couldn't pivot.
It was like, right, exactly. It could not pivot. It was not going to make it up the stairs. And so the restaurant downstairs was vacant and they kept the couch in the restaurant and they're like, don't know what to do with it. And then we ended up selling it. But so we needed to get a modular couch so that it could fit up the stairs.
In little pieces.
Yeah. And so we had just the couch, the 3 pieces of the couch or whatever. And then eventually I found out that the couch actually had a storage ottoman that you could also buy. I bought that thing. That has become my absolute favorite thing. It is massive, but is useful because it's a part of the couch.
Right.
We've got like a nice little like L-shaped couch that you open the lid of this ottoman and it is all of our crafts and hobbies and puzzles and all of the stuff that you would have no idea where to put that elsewhere. It's in our crafting ottoman.
I love that. I love a crafting ottoman.
Although I do need to clean it out because I think some of that crafting has been neglected for a while.
Go. Yeah.
Right. When was the last time I picked up a calligraphy pen? Like, it's got to go. I've never done a puzzle.
It's so funny.
But it's there in case I want to do a puzzle.
One day you feel inspiration.
Right. It's just not puzzling season right now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the summer. Eventually it's going to be fall, winter. You're going to want a puzzle all of a sudden and you're going to have them in your crafting ottoman.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that you need to make sure when you have a small space that everything is useful.
Yes. No unitaskers. You have to have things that are multitasking.
Yes. And tchotchkes I love. I am a huge tchotchke person. Small ones though.
Yes.
We do not need a poof that does nothing but sit there and you put your feet on it.
It's a dust collector.
Exactly. There's other ones that have the lid and then there's storage inside. Anything that you can buy that is multi-purpose, that you can put storage in, that has like a secret compartment or anything.
Yes.
That to me goes such a long way. I really like all of those little couches, ottomans, the little benches that you lift up the top.
Yes.
Those are the biggest lifesavers in my
opinion. You just
opinion.
reminded me that I have a bunch of fake books that have like, like the storage inside, but I've never used the storage inside of it. So I need to like,
oh my God,
store some things in there.
Put all your secrets in there.
I could put my calligraphy pens.
Wow.
Now we found a way to keep them.
I love it. Oh, you do. You don't have to throw them out.
Yeah. I'll just hide them and forget that they're there.
Until 5 years from now, I'll be like,
oh my gosh, that's where they were. Oh, genius.
I moved every year for 5 years. And every time I moved, it hadn't been that long, but I found something that I was like, oh, that's where I put that? That was actually really smart if I remembered it.
Yeah.
But I don't. But I think I have to start writing things down. Like, you are going to forget that you put this here, but it is here. I'm going to write a note to myself on my phone.
You have to do monthly inventory.
You really do. Especially in a small space because I don't know about you, but I just shove things places sometimes if I just can't look at them anymore. I'm like, I cannot look at this puzzle sitting on my coffee table anymore. Yeah. And I shove it somewhere.
Especially with the amount of product and stuff that we get. You have to follow a one in, one out thing.
Absolutely.
I'm not adding one thing to my apartment without getting rid of something else. And I think I've gotten less sentimental about inanimate objects as I've gotten older. But in my youth, I'd be like,
oh, same.
Oh my God, no, this reminds me of this one thing and I have to keep it because
what if one day
this
person that I haven't spoken to in 17 years asks me, do you still have that?
And I'm like, here
I can
it
say
is.
yes, and then we can it's like a whole thing. You go on this whole journey and it's like a whole thing.
And I used to cry getting rid of things, but now I'm like, spark joy? No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I cover Prime Day, Black Friday, I need to throw stuff out. We are looking at such a high volume of products and
I'm sick of all of it.
Yeah, I start to be in my apartment for multiple days when we're writing and we're updating these articles and I look around and I'm like, I have so much stuff in here and I'm throwing out everything. I just walk around my apartment with a garbage bag and get rid of stuff. Yeah. And it is exhilarating. Yes. It is the best feeling ever.
It is such a good feeling when you clear stuff out.
It really is.
It's wonderful when you're just like, I am not a hoarder. No. I am not a hoarder. That's what I have to tell myself now, actually.
Me too.
The spark joy thing doesn't actually work as well for me. It's reminding myself, do I keep this? Do I not? Lauren, you're not a hoarder. Get rid of it.
No, it's okay. You don't need this anymore. This is not serving a purpose for you. Yeah. But it's very challenging. And I think my would you rather that I have for you is, would you rather live in a small space or live in a big space where you literally kept everything you've ever owned?
I don't think I'd like living in a big space with everything I've owned. I don't want to see the ghosts of my past. I want to I think what you have in your space reflects who you are in that moment. And it's it is very much a like moving target a little bit. Like you're constantly evolving and changing. And why would I want things that I had when I was in college that I'm like, oh, when I was in college, I had DIY'd coat hooks out of spoons that I had stolen from the restaurant that I worked at.
That is extremely
creative,
crafty,
right?
Lauren.
Saw it on Pinterest. Creative. Would I want those now? No, they were yellow and blue. Like that doesn't reflect who I am now. They would be sitting somewhere, and I think that that's just like not reflective of me, and it's just trash.
Yeah.
At some point. So I would rather be in a small space where it's actually reflective of who I am than in a large space that is not me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What about you?
I feel the same way. I do not want to live in a large space that's like a bottomless pit, because then I will never get rid of anything. And then it's like, what has meaning to me anymore? And I love that about a small space, is that whether you're organizing and you need to throw stuff out, or you're decorating and you're being really intentional about the mood and the feeling that someone gets when they walk in, I love that you have to be so intentional about every little piece, because it really does reflect you, and I think it tells people a lot about you. And I love looking around my apartment and like knowing everything has meaning. I think that is really special about a small space that I wouldn't get in a large one. And I don't like when I'm in a large space and I hear echoes. That creeps me out.
Yeah.
We watch too much true crime for that.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be good for me.
Yeah.
So other than your ottoman and your hangers and your bins, do you have any other favorite organization tools?
Well, we were just talking about things carrying over from college. The one thing that I think I still have from college is my underbed storage. I had gotten the absolute perfect underbed trunk thing that's shallow enough that it fits underneath practically any bed. You didn't have to like put it on risers or anything, but it fits so much. I shove this thing full and then I sit on it, snap it closed, throw it under.
I just got wheeled underbed storage for the first time. What have I been doing?
You're like, look at me, Wonder Woman, like pulling this out.
Yeah, I got the best ones. They're from Rubbermaid, and they come in like a pack of 3, I think. And I bought 2 packs. The best day of my life organizing. I was like, this is amazing. And
there's nothing that gives you more thrill, I feel like, than getting new organizational things. You're like, I'm a new woman.
The Container Store is quite literally heaven.
Yes.
I find the Container Store to be calming. I will walk through there and I'll just be like a very happy version of myself.
Who am I going to be next week?
Yeah, like, oh my God, wait, can I be the person that constructs this over the toilet thing and puts all of my cotton pads and Q-tips in these perfect little acrylic organizers? Can I be that person? Yes, I can be that person.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the underbed storage on wheels, 10 out of 10. I also, even though it's not on wheels, I know, but the open spaces underbed storage are my all-time favorite. I tell everyone on the team about them because they're beautiful. So if you see them under your bed, under your couch, whatever, you don't mind. It's like this really nice linen cream texture. It was just such a lovely thing to look at. And then they have that leather strap that you use to pull out. So it looks very sophisticated. And you can stuff these things. You can overstuff them. And I think that is key. When you can overstuff anything,
yes,
I'm sold.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
That's how I feel about my trunk. I can overstuff this trunk and just sit on it, and everything just
somehow it fits. Are you a vacuum seal bag person?
I have them. I don't love them. I'm not a huge fan. I understand their purpose, but they've never functioned as intended in the way that I've used them. They've either leaked or they like vacuum enough, but then they're in weird, odd shapes that kind of look like the landscape or the topography of the moon. You're like, what am I supposed to do with that? It's not flat.
Yeah, where am I supposed to put this?
Right. Now I've got like something that's like lumpy and bumpy, and
absolutely
I'm gonna like, I don't know, every inch is important, and now I've got all of this extra open area. What am I supposed to do with that?
This is making more problems for me now.
Yeah, and they become weirdly heavy.
The only thing I use them for is my winter jackets.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing we use them for.
That's the only thing, because that is very helpful, I think. And then I put that in my underbed storage, and then I don't think about it. And I actually don't even think I could fit my giant parka in my underbed storage if it was totally inflated.
The way it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I also really, really, really think that the coffee tables that you come out and you can like eat on them, but then they also have storage in there, are the best thing since sliced bread. I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
I'm pretty upset because my
parents have one.
Why are our parents better than us? It's not fair. No, literally my parents bought one and I was like, this looks kind of annoying. I'm jealous every time I go to their apartment. Every time.
I mean, we eat on our couch every single night practically.
So do I.
I mean, because our dining table is storage.
Yes, of course.
There's like piles of stuff, papers and work bags and things that I've collected that just end up on our like kitchen table that we're going to go sit and eat on the couch anyways.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah.
I think in small spaces, hooks are
big.
huge.
Yeah.
I think hooks do so much, and not just for clothes.
Get the things off the floor.
Get everything off the floor.
Yeah.
Not just for your jackets and your sweaters and your purses. Jewelry. I think putting a little hook situation somewhere that's safe that you can hang your necklaces on or your bracelets on if you don't have space for like a nice jewelry box that holds everything.
Yeah.
Huge. I am a big fan of that. I have this weird, I think it's like an old-fashioned hamper in my bathroom, and the top part of it is like a little cabinet, but it doesn't have any shelves. And I was like, what am I doing with this? And I went to Home Depot and I tried to find shelves and none fit because it's so thin. And I just bought these little like command hooks, honestly, on Amazon, and I hang all my jewelry in there, and I created my own jewelry box.
Amazing.
And I think that like finding little innovations like that in your small space mean everything.
And I think the other thing to that is like, if there's not a like open box solution to what you're trying to solve, like there's not a turn this old school vintage hamper into a jewelry box like ready to go situation. That's where you need to get like a little creative where you're like, well, what can I use instead?
Yeah.
You know,
always
I'll use the
thinking about
command
the
hooks
alternatives.
or use the, you know, do this or that or whatever.
Yeah. I think that now that Pinterest and TikTok and YouTube and all these places have so many people showing you their DIYs and teaching you how to fix things and do things. And I love people that create the IKEA built-ins, kind of like you said.
Yeah.
And they make an IKEA piece look like it's $1 million.
Yes.
I think following those instructions and just really dedicating to yourself to it, you can do it.
Yes.
You can totally do it. And you really need to have a toolbox at home. That's my last piece of advice.
Yeah, we're big advocates of that.
We're big fans of toolboxes.
Yeah.
And they're great gifts.
They are great gifts, except when your dad gets you and your sister bright pink toolboxes for Christmas and your sister refuses to use a pink hammer, so your dad has to sheepishly go back to Home Depot and return.
But truly, toolboxes, amazing.
I wouldn't say I love a small space, but you make it work.
You make it work.
Especially when you're in a big city.
Yeah.
Or you're in college or whatever. It's like, it is such a rite of passage to live in a small space. And it's such a luxury to have that small space be your own and make it your own that, you know, you should embrace it. Embrace the moment that you have of this small space being yours.
I agree. I think that is always my advice. Do not resist the small space. Welcome it. Make it yours.
Yeah.
It can be comfortable. It can be
Embrace
homey.
it. Embrace the small space.
Yeah, don't resist it. It is what it is. And I agree with you. It really is a rite of passage. I love hearing people's stories.
Yeah.
And I think it is so important to just dedicate yourself to it. Make it beautiful however you want to make it beautiful. Make it yours because it's the memory. And I think it's so funny to talk about it with everyone that you meet.
And then you get just really creative.
You really do.
It exercises a part of your brain that maybe you wouldn't if you were in a different space.
All of a sudden you learn you're a DIYer.
Yes.
So you never know. Everyone has that bone.
Loft that bed.
I love it.
All right.
Bye.
Well, that's it. See you next time.